Okay, Vanessa, tell us how closely or how much you work with the local Mesquite Fire and Rescue Department.
We work quite closely with them. Every year at the beginning of the season, we all get together and talk about the upcoming fire season and what we can expect and what we can do to prepare for it properly. And then, of course, any opportunity we have to cross-train with each other, we do. And there's also, we have agreements that are in place so that we can work with each other on each other's land.
Okay. And the question that comes to mind is, how severe do you think the the possible intensity is this fire season compared to the last few years?
We continue to be in a drought, a fairly severe one for Nevada and southern Nevada especially. So right now, our fire potential is at a high rating, and it goes from low to moderate to high to very high to extreme. So right now we're right in that high to very high, and probably within a month we'll be crossing into that very high thing. So we can't always predict fire seasons, but our fuels are very dry. It's just a matter if we get the starts, whether they're human-caused or lightning.
Which is more prevalent, a human-caused or a lightning-caused fire in our mountains south of Mesquite, where most of the fires would occur?
Overall, as a district in Southern Nevada and up here, we do have a higher occurrence of human starts. It's probably about 52% human and 48% natural, which would be lightning fires.
Okay, and what do we humans do stupidly that causes the fires most often?
It's a lot of unattended campfires. People don't put them out all the way, and then they take off, and then it creeps out. Fire can take off pretty good from being unattended. If you're not careful with smoking, throwing cigarettes or lighters or matches out the window, that type of stuff. And then, of course, those folks who are out shooting, just be careful of the type of ammunition you're using. Because as outlined in the orders, the steel-jacketed is prohibited. And then any type of explosive or incendiary device on BLM lands, of course.
Okay. Another thing that comes to mind is, what is your water resources in the Virgin Mountains if you should have a fire up there?
If we do have a large-sized fire that occurs up there, we can request tankers that come in and water tenders that'll provide that water for us, and we can set up. They're called porta tanks, and it's just a big tank that can carry several thousand gallons of water. So we have the ability to set stuff up there.
So you set up the tank, and then the tankers come up and dump the water into it?
Either that or the water tenders will come up, or the engines can fill directly off the water tenders or draft out of those portable units.
Oh, and the water tenders are big water trucks.
Correct, and they carry, like 4,000 gallons of water, approximately.
Oh, okay. All right, because I haven't seen a lot of lakes and ponds up in the mountains there.
There are a couple, but it's few and far between, and then we got to be careful drafting out of there. We don't want to disturb any of the wildlife that's in those ponds and stuff. So we're pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Self-sufficient. Yeah.
Okay.
And we can bring out things that we need.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it about 10 years.
Wow, that's a long time. How many fires have you fought?
A lot.
Oh. More than you want to?
Yeah.
And how long have you been doing this?
Approximately 12 years.
Wow.
I've been here 2 years, going on 3. This will be my 3rd fire season in the Las Vegas, Logandale area.
Where were you before?
I worked for the U.S. Forest Service out in Northern California for approximately 10 years.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. We'll get the information out to the public and try to help make them aware that don't do anything stupid this summer and keep the fires out of the mountains. Okay? Thank you very much.
You're welcome.